Life is a series of choices. Every day, we make choices. To wake up early or stay in bed a little longer. To learn something new or scroll through social media. To take action or keep waiting. And among all those choices, one of the biggest is this. Do you choose to be rich or to stay poor? It sounds harsh, but it's not about money, it's about mindset. People stay poor not because they can't become rich, but because they choose to think, live, and act the way poor minds do. Wealth or poverty begins in the mind. There are two types of people in this world. One says, I can't. The other asks, how can I? The difference between those two sentences is the distance between scarcity and abundance. Being rich is not having a fat bank account, it's having a full belief system. Being poor is not about lacking money, it's about lacking courage to change. Poor minds wait for opportunity. Rich minds create opportunity. The tale of two carpenters. In a small village, there were two carpenters, both skillful, both hard-working. The first made a few chairs a day, sold them, and lived simply. The second, after finishing his daily work, spent nights learning new techniques, sketching designs, and studying craftsmanship. Years later, the first remained in his small workshop. The second owned a thriving business, selling furniture across cities. The difference wasn't luck, it was choice. One chose comfort. The other chose growth. Wealth means freedom, not just money. To be rich is to have control over your life. Money itself isn't happiness, but it buys freedom from fear, time for dreams, and peace for your family. Without money, even noble dreams are caged by limitation. You want to help others, you need resources. You want to travel, learn, create, or heal, you need investment. Money doesn't make you good or bad, it simply gives you the power to act. The mindset of poverty versus wealth. The poor mindset, the wealth mindset. I can't afford it, how can I afford it? I'm afraid to fail. Failure teaches me how to win. Others are luckier. I'll create my own luck. I work for money, I make money work for me. Different thoughts create different actions, and different actions build different lives. Wealth is a journey, not a jackpot. No one becomes rich overnight, but every rich person begins with the same decision. I want a better life, and I'm willing to earn it. They study, they try, they fail, they get up again. They don't blame the economy, their family, or fate. The rich understand this simple truth. They can't always control the market, but they can always control themselves. You might not be born rich, but you can die free. Choosing wealth means choosing responsibility. Wealth is not easy. It demands discipline, awareness, and kindness. To be rich means you must learn to manage, to give, to lead. To be poor often means surrendering to circumstance. So when you choose wealth, you're not just choosing comfort, you're choosing growth. Being poor is surrendering. Being rich is accepting responsibility. True wealth is the power to share. Being rich doesn't mean owning everything. It means having enough to give without fear of losing. Poor minds think, if I give, I'll have less. Rich minds know, when I give, I gain more. When your wealth comes from a place of generosity, you build something that no recession can destroy. A wealth of the heart, because the most sustainable wealth is the kind that multiplies through kindness. Choose wealth, not for greed, but for freedom. Choose to be rich, not because poverty is shameful, but because poverty is limiting. Choose wealth, not for status, but for the ability to choose your own path. When you are truly wealthy, you are free. To live, to love, and to give. The final reflection, wealth is a daily choice. Wealth or poverty isn't fate, it's a repeated choice. Choosing wealth means choosing learning over complaining, action over fear, progress over comfort. And when you choose wealth with integrity, you'll see money doesn't just change your life, it reflects your evolution. Whether you choose wealth or poverty, it's still a choice. But if you must choose, then choose wealth.